All right, welcome back. This time we actually do have a special guest, which is Teja.
Hello.
Back.
Yeah.
So we've got Teja because we're playing Runway, which is the Abi Mountain boss fight. Of course, Teja voiced Abi Mountain, so...
I feel like we're going to have a return to my initial comment on the last time I joined, which was whether I will be like mortified by the things that I say, really. And
maybe more this time than last time.
I think probably. Last time it was all within like, oh, that's kind of all right. I don't mind that. But yeah, I remember trying to play very...
Hey?
At the time, I was like really game to lean into that. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how I feel about it
like
now.
Yeah. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I don't think it ever goes ridiculous.
So, I mean, at the end of the last level in this branch, basically Abi Mountain betrayed us and sold us out somehow. And so now...
Yes, and we're missing a cutscene that bookends this level, and you do confront him. It's Abi Mountain's killing machine cutscene. You do confront him, and you do have a conversation. And that's it. And Kato's trying not to kill him. He doesn't want to kill him. But I used a lot of the dialogue in the cutscene trailer. So people might see that cutscene trailer and be like, oh, I wonder when this bit happens. And they're not going to see that bit happen. But it's really good dialogue. You do it really well. And it captures like kind of one of the running themes of Act 1 at least. So yeah, check out the cutscene trailer to hear some of your unused voice if you want.
Nice.
That would occur here. Yeah.
If I'd have realised what the specific level was before joining, I would have tried to figure out a way of selling you two out before joining and having it as a big reveal at the end. Like I sold my specific voice rights or something to like, I don't know, like EA or someone. And
we're going to get sued next week.
Yeah.
All right, okay, so I'm going to read the description. So it appears that Abi Mountain is intransigent in his recalcitrance. Is that the word, Dan?
Yeah.
Intransigent in his recalcitrance. You've constantly been incorrectly accused of being xenophobic of the South. Prove the cynics to be wrong. Inquire as to what Abi Mountain's problem is and see if you can arrive at a solution of compromise. If not, the airways will not be free and neither will you be. All right.
I don't know if that extra B is grammatically correct. Also, the description doesn't really line up with the mission objective there. Any questions, Teja, about that?
Sorry, what were you going to say, Greg?
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, come to a compromise, and the objective is kill Abi Mountain. So it doesn't, it doesn't line up, but it does to the, there's an essence of it maybe lining up later.
I think it highlights one of the, many expressed discrepancies of where you didn't really know what the fuck was going on in the story, and whatever.
No, don't sell yourself short. You're clearly setting this up to just be a really clear tragedy, right? Like, you set the scene, and then you're prepared for the tragic outcome.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. Nice.
It's a beautiful tragic writing, Dan. But also, it just feels like you've predicted the next 15 years worth of the zeitgeist of culture wars and all of that. You've distilled the essence of it into the description for this mission. It's beautiful. It's brilliant.
In 3 words, yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's see that diva. Let's see some of that.
You remember the lines?
I've no recollection of the specific lines.
Did you hear that one? I don't know if it came through.
I did. Oh, I heard the line. Yeah.
A lot of these lines are recorded in that time you were talking about in your garage.
Yeah, I imagine all of
were
them.
they?
Basement garage.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Many of them are.
Oh.
All these one-liner ones that he just says. I
So
imagine
to be
are.
honest, I think you've heard your worst. How would you rate this fight, Greg?
I'm quite proud of this level, to be honest.
Yeah, you did really well.
And it's not
It is
like
hard.
it's hard, but it's not insanely hard. You know, it's not like the later bosses, which are insanely hard. But it's probably the first like real boss fight, isn't it, in the game so far?
Sure, yeah, with the whole levels completely centered around it.
Yeah, I was quite happy with it, how his motorbike acted and everything, and all these flips and yeah.
I think one of the things that looks like it makes it slightly harder is just the background exploding like planes and things. Do those have any like if you get caught in one of the explosions?
Oh no, that's just background. Oh, you killed me. Shit.
So yeah, the planes are, you know, he's basically the 1st Regiment, which are Harry's faction, have taken the Runways hostage under siege or whatever, and Kato and Abi Mountain have been sent to liberate them, but Abi Mountain's keeping them for himself, and hence they have nowhere to land these planes, so they're dying in the thousands. Pretty ruthless, really. So what's happening in the background is kind of what is at stake here. The longer you don't kill Abi Mountain, the more planes die needlessly.
I do think the little one-liners add quite a lot.
Was that one that I spent a few tries doing to
I
get just
imagine
like
so.
I think I did. I think it was one where like I like the timing of it. I didn't like we didn't feel like it was quite right.
I'm sure we did loads of takes. I'm sure Greg probably cut these mostly, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think of your wheels, Teja?
Yeah, pretty sick.
So you're laying mines on the floor as well, which are kind of. Oh, that's a good line. But yeah, these mines are slightly inspired by the vultures in StarCraft 1. They lay spider mines, whereas these are called ant mines.
You've been taking him. You've been destroying the bike quick enough, actually. It's quicker than I remember. Yeah. He's got loads of different attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't go that high up that time. What was that about?
He just crushed me.
I think those rockets are probably the easiest to deal with, maybe. The green beam.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like magnet thing. Oh wow, okay. Okay, I should concentrate on trying to actually get him now.
You said like if you hug the ends, like one end of the arena, like he pulls out some like super magnet attack to, you know, stop you camping that area.
Oh really? Is that what just happened? I don't really tend to do that, but I don't know.
I think there's a way you can get around it anyway. Destructible scenery. Pretty much an instant kill death sword, that's about it. How difficult does this look to you, Teja?
It looks like incredibly. I mean, given that I remember seeing various like incarnations of this over the years in some of the boss fights, and just like the fact that you're having difficult, not like I'm sure
I'm like
but it's taking you a few goes.
semi-concentrating. I'm not playing super serious. Like I'm trying to make it a bit more actiony than just really try hard. Be careful.
Well, your health is quite low. You can't tank much, and your mana's really low. Your spells are low level, so if you use any spells, the mana usage is very brutal, I guess. So you gotta hover around that central mana field to refill it quite frequently.
Out of curiosity, Dan, is there like a obviously there's a magic system with mana. Does that get explained in the lore of the game in detail? I presume that you probably would have done, but
let's see if Greg can answer the question first, I guess.
I don't know, Dan. I mean, not the lore exactly.
So like, and fair enough. I think, yeah, short answer is yes, I guess. There's a book that, does explain where it comes from. There's probably a couple of offhand comments explaining it a bit, but it's not fully explained. And out of the things that don't have to be, I guess, it's the fact that it's called mana as well. It's like a ubiquitous like gaming term as well. I think people will understand what it is like functionally as it is. But no, it's long story short. Yeah, it does kind of get explained, at least its origin.
Okay, but is it in sort of less of a cutscene kind of a sense, and more in if you're reading the books in the game?
Yeah, absolutely, the book. Yeah, actually, most of the questions you have about the story, not you specifically, but a hypothetical you, the answers are probably going to be in a book or an email or some shit, and probably. Ooh.
I got his legs off, so we can do heads up, or I'll let you live. Should we try
let him live?
Let's try letting him live. Yeah.
I shall let you live, despite you being a silly shit.
That's Greg's line there.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
So he just drank a potion and came back to life.
Persist. Yeah. But also, oh yeah.
No, what were you gonna say?
No, also like when I say answers are in a book, like some piece of information is in a book, and then another piece of seemingly irrelevant, if read on its own, information is in another book. But when you kind of think about them together, you're like, oh, they kind of answer each other's questions. So.
Sounds about right.
I love that like this could just be like someone's PhD thesis trying to piece together all of these things down.
There's like, you get as much as you're like, oh shit, so this show came along and stole this idea, or not stole this idea, but did this fucking idea. You're also like comforted and validated quite often with like, oh shit. Like, we started making this and making the story before Game of Thrones, and it's like, oh shit, people actually like stories about a million factions and like a million characters kind of like, fucking having their own agendas and sense of betrayal and disloyalties and blah blah blah. People are into that? Nice. Because this shit's all over the place in a similar way. Except there's probably less ways to follow what's going on. But still, yeah.
No, I know what you mean though. It's quite satisfying, isn't it? Like, with my roleplay sessions, like it's become a bit of a running joke that like I can predict the zeitgeist just by like, just I'll put something stupid in it and then like it will come up and the same idea will come up in something like a few months later.
Right. Oh, what's happening now?
So, head over there, will you? Or I bestow mercy again. Which one? We're going to do mercy.
I bestow mercy again.
How many potions have you got, man?
Not that many.
Would you look at that? You're fucking dumb.
So basically, you'll keep drinking potions maybe like 10 times, and eventually you get a die if you do every single line. But the lines get increasingly more ridiculous from all of our takes of stupid things at Abi Mountain, like stupid insults. So I'm probably not going to make it that far.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually managed to get that die. I've never. I never tried super hard for it though.
I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing that maybe if you wanted to see it within the space of a YouTube video, maybe cheating to get it.
Oh yeah, we could try it. We could cheat, but I'm gonna. Okay,
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't. Yeah, after we beat it once, just come back with better equipment.
Yeah, I mean,
like cheesing equipment.
if you cheat, you also won't get the die. It doesn't let you pick it up, but we can at least see. We can at least see it, get the lines. Yeah, like all the secret stuff, like all the trait boxes and stuff. But we'll try and get the, because even the other death is the other option in those chats. Good.
You cock.
Okay, one potion left. It's going to be hard.
What, health or
mana? One health potion. That's it. No mana potion.
You better kill him after this, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, Teja, you gotta go, or you gotta get iced.
There you go.
I like the touch that it keeps shooting you.
Heads or tails?
Nice.
We had to come up with a new one-liner for every opportunity you had every time that
yeah,
comes up.
They're all like head related, right?
Yeah, my favorite is clear for takeoff. Your head.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the level.
Again, no cutscene at the end, but yeah.
Let's go back with some more equipment and try and get some more of those. I mean, more potions can help. I mean,
Did he do what? Yeah.
You don't get that much. There's not that many other good options, to be honest. This is pretty good equipment.
Spam more potion and health, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. This Demolisher's good.
Yeah, but Demolisher kills.
Warbeast was good. And then you see more health. Can't get that much.
Ooh, are you maxed out at potions?
I maxed out health potions. Mana potions. You got the mana for probably
really
a few more would help. You don't. Oh, you got Fireball.
Spells,
maybe. I didn't use Fireball at all. I actually quite like Fireball on this level. It's one of the few. I'm actually going to give that back.
Yeah. So I mean, there's your character arc, Teja. I mean, I don't know if your health, if it's satisfying enough. I mean, the fact that he's been killed and what he represents does come back in another level later on. Like Carnage Man comments on it and shit. But,
nice.
It's kind of done without much fanfare, I guess.
No, I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really expecting there to be a huge load of fanfare, and being like the first major boss is pretty cool.
Yeah, he did a good job with the, especially, I don't know, that session where we ad-libbed a load of one-liners, or you did. It was quite fun adding them in this level. Oh man.
What's the scariest looking attack there? I mean, that sword's pretty scary looking. But it's easy to get away from. Is this? Have you ever busted out this voice, a similar voice, Teja, in any playing scenario?
I mean, it is pitched down a little bit. But
Yeah.
Not exactly, actually. No. No, not really.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know why as well, Dan. Because like I feel like it's a voice that I do tend to gravitate towards for like other things. I think maybe it's just the way I write villains in games and things. I don't tend to write them just as like, I guess, brutish, which is sort of what, you know, normally.
Right. A
Yeah.
little bit more complex.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, yeah.
I shall let you live, despite
It's probably a bit of a strain on your voice too.
It is a little bit. I definitely I can't do it for as long as I used to be able to. But, yeah, I think a lot of the villains that I use in games are mainly there to wind the players up as much as anything. So they tend to be more like kind of annoying and weaselly, I suppose.
I got to fucking look on that message you sent, last one you were mentioning.
Oh, what, Richard the Lichard? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with him at the moment. Yeah, I won't spoil anything in case any of the players of that game are going to watch this, which feels fairly likely. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with Richard. Yeah, he's been stealing teeth. They're not happy. Yeah, he's been one of the more fun villains I've written in a while.
CAD.
you know what?
I'm assuming CAD is a. Yeah.
I should have given myself mana shield for that, for camping in that mana field. That would have been good.
Give
Yeah,
yourself
because
a
you're
what
about
for
halfway
camping?
through your health potions now, Greg.
Yeah, if I had mana shield, that would have been good.
Greg underestimates that mana shield.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, as soon as I get close to death, I'm going to put God mode on. I want to hear all these lines. I can't remember what they were. It's a good opportunity we got you here, Teja.
Well, I think as well. Yeah, I think as well. Like these were some of the most fun. Like these end lines from memory. Like the most fun to record.
You're fucking dumb.
Well, I nearly died from that in the cutscene. So he actually attacks you in the
I was
cutscene.
about to say. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit inconsistent. Like, sometimes he'll kick you and no damage will be done, but he'll still send you off the screen or something. Yeah. Very cheap. But yeah, you might notice how, like, eventually the...
Oh, he killed me. Alright, is it time to
I
God mode?
wondered what your plan was
God
there.
mode.
Seemed to just be standing in one place. Putting in the cheats.
Yeah. So now I got all the cheers. Right, here we go. I could put all the guns on.
Cheats. Oh no. Here's a gun showcase stage.
I mean, we
Flamethrowers.
can use BFG. I mean, probably plasma gun's good.
The bike reacts poorly to the pause menu, if I remember.
Is it?
Or it's risky, right?
Seems fine.
I think maybe when it's in the middle of a jump, perhaps.
I think energy weapons aren't they good against it? Interestingly enough.
Just because he uses energy weapons, like there, for example.
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't want you joining and using or just using BFG something.
To get boringly technical about the bike, I mean, you actually made each wheel rotate individually. It's not just like an animation there.
Yeah.
It seems actually quite a complicated mechanism. I don't know how it I don't know how the fuck you make it work, to be honest.
I don't know. It was
Like-
a lot of trial and error. Like he would just like jump off here and like fly off the screen, and it took a while to get it right. But it's quite, like I say, quite happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, I think it was I don't know when you made it, but it was like came back. It was when we were still doing sessions in England, and I came to your place once, and it was all done and already made. Yeah, I remember liking the different stages it had as well, and getting surprised that there was a second stage in it.
I think he's
I was
actually.
curious. So,
Well, I just noticed the sound effects when you actually shoot him. Also, your voice. The volume's down a bit, so you can't really hear them. But it's one of the few enemies like that.
oh,
So,
nice.
what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask with the flamethrower there. Just out of curiosity, in terms of the way that you made it, Greg.
Yeah.
What causes the damage? Like, is it the flames themselves and like the models that damage is sort of attached to when you hit something, or is it more like there's an invisible cone and like?
No, it's the things themselves.
I suspect.
So it's just like really sort of dense with damage, but it's kind of slow moving.
Yeah.
And it can hurt you yourself as well if you fly into it. Like if you trigger slow time on and like run and shoot it down below your feet, it's just falling into it. Hornet gun's good. Were you a Half-Life fan, Teja? I can't remember.
I was a Half-Life fan. Yeah.
Yeah, so a Hornet gun is from Half-Life, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. So I hadn't really looked into the top right to see the model of it, and so that is definitely the Hornet gun.
Well, you got Wind Force from Diablo as well, by the way, if you didn't notice that.
Oh nice, I didn't notice that.
I shall.
Would you look at that? You're fucking dumb.
That Hornet gun screwed him up. It was really fast. Didn't realize.
Yeah, maybe it's a good one, I guess, then. Thing is, yeah, you can't do too much damage to him, because if you actually blow him up, like if you, if you blow up his corpse, then
With an
you
explosive.
instantly win, yeah.
Yeah,
So you can't talk to him.
you gotta like hit him with like a bullet.
Abi Mountain, will yourself to peace. You receive benefit from it.
I think it becomes apparent that like his responses and Kador's like fucking commentary on shit become increasingly more and more unrelated at the point where they were probably not considered, in relation to each other.
Oh, this gun. This is a good, funny gun. It's from one episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So you can kind of it's basically got a little transporter on the end of the gun, so you can set a point and then your bullets come out of there instead. So you can use it to like assassinate people on. But it's very expensive.
Yeah, doesn't seem apparently useful in a boss fight like this,
No,
but on
not at
an
all.
actual infiltration level, very overpowered.
That's a Dream Theater reference, if I.
Yeah, Mike Porno used to say that all the time for some reason.
Is it pride? Is it really worth the price of your life? Shall I expect you to attack me again?
You're so shit. What a fucking mug.
It's just if there's any problem, it's just too adorable at times.
Oh yeah, I
Little
should
bug.
do the secret on this. There's a button here, isn't there?
The secret? What's the secret?
Yeah, you see that? You see that plane falling from the sky? There's a bit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little radio button on here, and if you press U, Frankfurt's abandoned biplane falls from the sky, which.
Oh.
Again, I don't know where to put a secret on this because I mean, there's nowhere really to hide anywhere. And then you've always got the Fertitta brothers, and there's two of them. And I put one of their abandoned biplanes on Dogfight. You know, that's a secret plane at the bottom. So I just put the other one on this one for whatever reason.
Huge explosion.
I can't believe you blew up my fucking motorbike.
I didn't realize they were linked like that. That's great.
The video is paused for me. It doesn't sound like it has for you, Dan. But
Oh, interesting.
No, the video is very, very far behind.
You subordinate my idealism to pragmatism.
So they're still fighting
I won't
in front of me
do
right now.
it.
I'll get a brand new combine motorcycle.
I think you came out with that, Teja, for some reason. Why don't you, if you restart the call and see if it works? Otherwise,
no,
I'll do it.
it's just started again.
Oh, it has. Okay.
And yeah, and the audio is still working. It seems to be in sync, I think.
So I mean, I could get nice and pretentious about it and be like, you know, I was saying in the last level, like how you know, we could have done it where you know, they start off as enemies, but maybe they become friends, and you know, there's an actual arc, and you know, will they, won't they, and then they actually do betray each other in the end after all, like they started off, you know, a kind of journey, rather than what it actually is, which is they just hate each other for the whole thing.
I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, sure, and like I mean, I guess Kador refuses to kill him, I guess, and refuses to hate him at one point towards the end, because he's close to getting out of here. But
Bullshit.
I'll let this dialogue play first, I guess.
Dare you!
You're making less and less sense. Perhaps I could brain damage you into submission like this. I know
Pretty
you
dark,
won't listen.
pretty
Right
amoral.
now, you won't.
Did somebody penis?
Oh my god. That's a good line.
I haven't been paying attention to the possible one-liners we've had coming up. Have we had one with Anne Boleyn?
I haven't paid attention either, to be honest. But...
Yeah, there's one with
Is that something to do with
where
her
I was
head?
running out of potential. Yeah, potential one-liners. It's like, who you be, Abi? I can't even remember what it is. It's something about Anne Boleyn Lane. I get a strike, and then I thought it'd be good if once Kato kicks the head, it falls into some pins. He gets a strike. But, you know, like that point. Yeah, it was a big stretch, that one. But anyway, like, yeah, Abi, yeah?
I was just going to say, what? Just going to go back to the combine motorcycle thing. I have a feeling I might know what inspired that line.
Yeah, what inspired it?
What inspired it?
I think, from memory, I think that would have been around the time. I think I found a signed copy of like the Wurzel's first album on like vinyl at a charity shop, and I didn't end up buying it because it was in like really bad condition and just completely unplayable. It looked like. So I think I might have had the Wurzels, you know, I've got a brand new Combine Harvester on my mind at the time, I think.
Yeah, I remember it was a bit of a random thing to inject into it, but I mean, that's the point, right? Alright, let's do this next one.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather kill the subtext than kill you. What to do with the psychos, indeed. You are one of many, born with this psychopathic genetic predisposition. At upsettingly
It's a pretty cynical worldview, man.
What's the solution? The final solution? None. That would be... This system's made use of the many of you so it's a method. But when that
Dan,
use is no
would you
longer-
say that this character isn't xenophobic in that like initial?
Yeah, no. He totally is. No, like, so the level description is like I don't know whose I don't know who's writing the level description, to be honest. But no, yeah, Kador like definitely is.
A little more than xenophobic, it sounds as well.
I don't know when he's saying that he's not commenting on like Abi Mountain's race. I don't think. Can't remember. But
I mean, the line about the final solution in context,
of course,
being set, the consideration is yeah.
Yeah, no, it's hairy.
It's just
but
the,
yeah, no,
the contrast.
Kador is supposed to be fucking awful. I think the whole reason was you're advised to write, you know, on a very surface level, you're advised to write fucking likable characters or whatever, and it's just like, I think a lot of the time when we were starting off with movement, I think I said this in the second episode, it's like, nah, let's see what happens if we don't. And then I thought, let's make him prejudice and one of his kind of things, you know what I mean? And like a lot of bigoted people, I guess he doesn't consider himself to be as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's him. No, he definitely is though.
This is the Anne Boleyn line, by the way. So I'm not going to click it because we want the other one, but who you be, Abi Anne Boleyn Lane professional, I get a strike. So it should say Boleyn Lane professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the contrast of, 3-4 lines of whatever philosophical, be it, be it racist or not, followed by the like lowest, like crude, whatever.
Thank you for reminding me. Worth to build society is as much about ending the repeating cycle of horror, cultivating surroundings to discourage your psychopathy, than it is for providing benefit unto the good. It's interesting.
Got yourself on these nuts.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I don't know whether you would share Kador's perception of what part of the problem is to be. So the opening cutscene opens with, again, it's a very immature, like, it can be an immature view, but there's some validity in it, right? And we can get to like details. I'm not going to preempt them. Let's hear this playing first, I guess.
I think with that one, you kind of just decided to really go out there and weird, Teja. I think you ad-libbed that one.
I knew a man from where you were. His self-affirmation pride in victory was stronger when he built a bridge with his enemy. So much more than any victory at the expense of his enemy. How could you feel that superiority from the gulf of that vertiginous hide? I wish it for you, and us all.
I'm gonna jam my gun up your
It's what it needs, really. It needs that fucking complete levity and disregard for his shit. I mean, this is what I was saying. I think in an earlier episode, it's like when we started writing, Abi Mountain was supposed to be portrayed as the bad guy, and then the more I played it, it's like a lot more likable than Gato, really.
Oh, like 100%. Because at least he's just a dick, and he's not trying to like.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Fine. I hate your country. Not you. Not your body genes. But what your state's values have done to you. I contest them. Will the conditions here do better? Somewhere must. I will take you with me like this. We'll face the consequences. I'll take the risk. Fawcett could still yet forgive. Don't be plebby about it.
Yep. That is a cowl.
So what, Diablo reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, the I'm no milkmaid, and
And it's when you click on a cow a bunch of times, so I guess it's relevant. You're just repeating some action over and over again.
So yeah, I also didn't want like add the lack of subtlety of like just putting those in, but I also didn't know what to fucking fill that with, I guess, at the end. I mean, there were so many, deaths to fill, I think.
Yeah. I think you came up with so many good lines. We had to.
I'm not thirsty.
We had to.
Oh. Miss.
Oh, did he? He just exploded, did he? Is that what happened? I'll miss your penis. And there's a die, but I can't get it. All right.
nice.
There you go. We tried, but he blew himself up.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I enjoyed hearing all of those lines. Yeah, it feels like if you kind of didn't do that battle over and over, it feels like there's a lot of interesting character moments for Kador there. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it feels like you get the what goes on inside Abi Mountain's head quite clearly as well. But yeah, it feels like there's a bit of interesting like character, not exactly growth, but like peel away a few layers of his psyche there.
That's reason to keep like you got to give some reward to keep persisting, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to actually beat him towards the end and make him survive. Plus all the opportunities for those great one-liners after the other, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it's I think the Abi Mountain Kador thing is one of the running themes. Like, I think if there's anything I do share with Kador, it's like the and I'm sure many people do, the frustration with people having the complete right to just use their freedom to disregard like any system that if we followed would have benefit or something or blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Of course his branching thoughts going on from there are different from mine, but I think the frustration he may have with people who disregard any love of progress or love of betterment, is probably relatable, maybe. Yeah,
that makes sense.
From there, what's the story?
I mean, to give an example, Dan, to separate yourself from the character of Kador, what would you give an example of that, like in the real world?
As in, what do I? Well, I mean, I guess not. I wouldn't do what Kador does. Or you'd have to be a bit more specific there, I think, maybe. I mean, I could
Well-
ask the same question of yourself. I mean, do you feel frustration with people when they vote in fucking demagogues and shit, or like, you know, whatever?
Well, I mean, as a political thing that I'm happy to tie myself to. Obviously, I you know, was not pro Brexit at the time, and it felt like that thing of, you know, well, maybe that's not a good example, because I guess maybe I was in the more status quo-y group there potentially. Although the reasons for a lot of people, I guess, voting for Brexit was a return to a past that didn't really exist, I guess. So, yeah.
Oh
maybe
yeah,
that-
Brexit's definitely a different thing. I think that was you know, I don't fault many people for that. It was a, you know, I mean, that's a huge can of worms.
It is. Oh, that's what I was hoping
was a
really
lot
to
of-
get at with that question, Dan. I was just wanting you to open up a can of worms that then I would find amusing as you talk about
You're
it.
coming again, god damn it. No, yeah.
But no, I know what you
But,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's plenty of examples, aren't there, where, like, you know, by being too.
I mean, I think on a if we just took it, if we tried to remove as many circumstantial details as possible, the philosophical crux of it, right, is many systems have the you know, could bring us heaven if we were to abide, but the individual is always free to circumvent those systems just for their own benefit. And if there is no God, why shouldn't they? Kind of thing, and blah blah blah, or whatever. Like, there's a million ways you can fucking phrase it. You know what it is, right?
I did.
And then, you know, yeah, in the fucking opening cutscene, I think it's kind of elaborated on that is Kato's dilemma. Like, it again, such a like, what fucking privilege, power, fantasy, fucking whatever. That is like, oh, could I do anything I want, or like, oh, it's fuck it, I can't be fucked, but like, can't even remember either. But you know, that's as much as I could be bothered to fucking have him build a fucking arc for him, build a fucking choice for him, a decision for him, a struggle for him, something he had to fucking figure out, right? That's what you're supposed to do for fucking characters or some shit. But like, yeah, that's as much as we got, you know. But yeah, as you say, it's not told to you. You piece it together as you play the level. Hidden dialogue here and there, reflections of the other characters, and that's what I was getting to at the end. That like, Abi Mountain is Kador. They're the same, really. There's a reflection. You know, there's a reflection. There's just a difference. Essentially the same. Like Carnage Man calls him out on it later. It's like, he was doing it his way, and you're doing it your way, and that's it. Like, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, you know, this isn't really the end of that story between them two. Yeah. Not that this is fucking, you know, this is a milkmaid, right? A milkmaid reference and shit. Like, not to be taken too seriously.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing. In context of when you wrote this as well, I feel like nowadays I maybe have slightly less. I don't know. I don't always feel as not happy to give things the benefit of the doubt. That's probably the wrong way to phrase it. But I guess you're just mindful that people don't always take, you know, like characters having, you know, unsavory views as like a, you know, a thing that's like not exactly a flaw, but something that's, you know, like not pleasant about their character, I guess, you know, and taking it too seriously and idolizing things a bit too much, I guess.
Oh yeah. I think just to clarify, that final solution thing is definitely not. It's definitely completely rhetorical. It's like, you know, of course, like, he would not go anywhere near the fight, like something like a fucking genocide thing. But he's saying that he's being facetious to explain his frustration that the amount of regard that you give to things, Abi Mountain, we could do the fucking same for the fucking greater good. And goddamn, that would just be so fucking easy, wouldn't it? Like, you know, it's a very insensitive thing to say. But no, that's not his character. He wouldn't ever be like that kind of thing. If that was an assumption.
Just to change the subject slightly, there's one other thing about this level. There is an alternate version. I don't know if we have time. Dan, what do you think to show the alternate version?
I don't know how we would. You have to do fucking canyon and shit.
Yeah, but I can cheat, I think.
I don't know. I have to ask Teja. It's quite. I would say
how long
it would
you
take
have.
a fair amount of time, but
I probably don't have that much time.
All right.
But
Yeah, let's do it in
return
another
to this.
episode. We've been going almost an hour, but
Yeah, I mean, it might be good to do it another time. But I'd be very curious to see the alternate version.
well, the alternate version is when you kill Abi Mountain in this level much earlier. Then this level obviously doesn't have Abi Mountain in it, so it's less interesting
end
for
on
you.
a less dark tone. Let's go. Let's
Stop
do
talking
a fun
about the
thing.
final solution.
Oh my god. Yeah. What's the fun?
yeah.
Do dogfight
Great, yeah.
Dude,
like,
what?
to death.
Dan was like, "Let's end on a more fun tone," and then you're just like, "Yeah, that's not the way to go about it."
Yeah, I don't know. What's some more? You want to play a different level than just saying?
Do 5-minute dogfight. That's it. Just have you seen dogfight, Teja?
I don't think I have. No.
All right.
It's great. You'll love it. You'll love
Bonus.
it. There's no cutscene either.
They were fucking flying from the west. You were right. Yeah, you have to take them down.
Oh, it's flying on a plane and shit.
Right. As many as you can.
Don't know if you can make up Marcus's voice do that.
Bang, bang.
Oh yeah.
Plane.
Yeah, I don't know. This isn't exactly related to the level we're supposed to be doing in this episode, but
See, this is the wonder of
it's a
the
good level.
It just looks so pretty.
So I can't try and break my head. So easy.
I imagine actually this is lagging terribly for you, Teja. This is lagging actually fucking terribly for me.
Yeah, anyway, that's
Alright.
dogfight. Well, you can watch the full episode. Alright, let's end the episode there, I think.
Sounds good. Cheers, man.
Yeah, that was
Good to
fun.
see
Sorry to get overly philosophical, Dan, about.
Well, it was about time with that character to come out about it. Because that's like an arc going on through the story. And it had to get wrapped up. I mean, this is an example of, I'll be very fucking quick here. This is an example of how, you know, the lag, the time discrepancy of when this first got written, and then it still wasn't finished after years. So it was like, okay, let's, you know, I've been working on this for a long time now, more than a year. Let's actually heighten the sophistication of this in parts where I can. Hopefully it doesn't come out as too much of a mutant for fucking doing that, you know, having like this completely, you know, obtuse, stupid skeleton as it was supposed to be designed, with like, you know, flowery, you know, in-depth, you know, subtle muscle on the side. Is that going to be like a terrible combination or whatever, let's just go for it kind of thing. So, you know, that's how that gets expressed here, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's that.
Alright,
Yeah.
thanks for joining,
Silly
Teja.
concept. Yeah.
Yeah, good to see my lines. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do them from memory, and having to apologize to my neighbor for a lot of that level, I guess, for recording those in my garage and hoping they didn't hear me swearing and, you know, making it sound like I was having a fight with someone in my garage. Yeah, no, it was good fun. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah, no worries, we'll get you back again. if you
Yeah.
want,
Hopefully see you again.
Yes.
but- Alright, cool.
Bye.
Stop.
Bye.